The heart chakra is your hue and man nature. And chakra 5, 6, and 7 is your hue nature. So there's only one hue man aspect to yourself. If you listen to the lecture earlier when we talked about the ama, lega, arm, and the head, those are the extremities, but at the central core is the heart. And the heart, you see arma, lega, arm, and the head and the heart are synonymous into the oneness. So the center comes out, center comes out, center comes out, center comes out, center comes out. So from the heart is the center where the actual mind of God resides in you. So being hue and man is all entangled in the heart chakra. And that's why the Buddha said to untie the knots, especially in the heart chakra, where the knots in the heart chakra is extremely tight. And this is why they say the jewel is in the lotus, or Om Mani Padme Hum, which is the revelation of the unfolding lotus, which is the consciousness of the mind, which is the heart from which you're supposed to be coming from and living from and being from, right from the start. Right? And so if you want to change the characteristics of all the things that you got going on in your life, you have to loosen the knots in your heart. And in some religions they say the scab over the heart. Right? Everybody has terminology for the same thing. But the same thing is this. To become really a human being, you have to unite your lower primal natures with your higher God self nature, right? And that is in the master chakra called the heart chakra, Anahata. And I always like saying Anahata because it sounds like on the heart. And so Anahata is the heart chakra, and we're going to talk about that today. All right? So Solfeggio, 639 hertz frequency is which one? Root number?
9.
Okay, and 9 is for?
Sealing.
Sealing, right. So the 3 seals is the root chakra is a seal, the heart chakra is a seal, and the crown is a seal. I'm telling you this ahead of time because those 3 seals are your 3 master chakras. And so the secret to unfolding is in the root chakra, the heart chakra, and the crown chakra. The other chakras are the supporters. In all actuality, you got to look at that. You heard of the term as above, so below, and we start with above. So from the heart, as above, 5th chakra, so below, 3rd chakra. As above, 3rd eye chakra, so below, 2nd chakra. As above, crown, master chakra, so below, root, master chakra. So the 3 master chakras is the trinity of the body, of human. So what is the 4th chakra number? I just said it.
9.
What is the 4th chakra number?
4.
It's the 4th chakra, so its number is 4. So what is the addition of the 5th chakra and the 3rd chakra?
3.
5 plus 3.
Must be in the middle is 8. 4.
What's heart chakra? I mean, the 5th chakra plus the 3rd chakra. What's the number?
8.
The 3rd eye chakra and the 2nd chakra. What's the number?
8.
The crown chakra and the root chakra. What's the number?
8.
What's half of those number?
4.
What is the number 8 represent?
Infinity.
Infinity. You understand that the 8 starts from here? Look. Look. Next chakra. But the core of the 8 of infinity is at the heart. You get it? The center of who you are is right here. The center of the Amma Lega Lega Amma in the head is right here. For what? Your infinite potentialities. That's what coming from the heart is all about. Not just heart chakra. Very important. You don't know how deep that is. So somehow you need to draw that. You don't know how deep it is yet. It's a seed being planted. But when you really understand what I just said to you, it will blow your mind. Greatest hidden story is ever told is written in your body, right there in front of you. That's why I always say, stop looking elsewhere for your knowledge. It's right there inside of you. Study who you are. Study what you are. Study not W-H-O you are. Study H-U you are. Study who you are. Who. So say who. You want to find out who you are? Say who. You want to activate who you are? The man, say al. Say la. Then say who. Al. La. Who. Al. La. Who. That's how you unite and activate your human potential. Unfortunately, for most people, it spells Allah. Nobody want to hear that. But I'm not talking to you about religion. I'm talking to you about energy. Al is the man part. La is the God part. And who is the mind part, the consciousness of God part that unites them all, or what they say, the chi of the yin and yang that holds the yin and yang together when they struggle to find each other. This is why if you have proper connection to what's being expressed, it can transcend all the other cultural expressions, and you can use all the expressions to get to the same place. Why? Because it is the same place. This is why I had to journey from one religious and culture to another religious and culture to another religion and culture and another religion and culture. And I asked, so why are you taking me on this path? They call these people like me religious prostitutes, right? People don't know how to settle down and whatever. But I was instructed to go to the next one. I was instructed and lasted in each of them 10 years, minimum. But now after I went to the journey and it came back to the full circle, and the circle represents O, and we know that O represents the Omega channel, and O represents God as well, and it was like, oh, O. And that O is the first circle of the infinite O, of the double circle, right? So when you take the 8 and you fold it over, what do you got?
Circle.
One circle. And this is where the heart represents. Here's one circle for the God aspect of who you are. Here's one circle, man aspect of who you are. Fold them over, it represents Allah, God. The Alpha channel is the A and the O. My center was called Okaran Alashe, isn't that an O with an A in it? When I got to the 7 Powers class, what is it called? Orisha Ashe. All of the Orishas' name, they start with what? O. When you start tying all the sciences together, they all represent the one whole one. That's why you can't say, well, whatever somebody's practicing, damn them for it. How can you? You have no consciousness. You have no understanding of what you're talking about. It all came from the same place. That's why they said everyone has a piece of the knowledge. But can you put the puzzle together? As a kid, I was always doing puzzles on the floor. My Christmas presents was puzzles and paint by numbers. And drawing paper, crayons, and pens, colored pens. Why? Because I was an artist. And I was and mazes, problem solver. What does that have anything to do with 639? It has everything to do with 639 frequency. Because the 639 frequency is reconnecting. But how can you reconnect to something that you had no concept of even making a connection of in the first place? But activating the frequency allows you to consciously connect to who you really are. And balancing what? Relationships. So the heart chakra represents community. Another frequency from the sacred solfeggio scale, 639. It enables creation of harmonious community and harmonious interpersonal relationships. 639 frequency helps you to learn how to balance how you relate, because now we're not relating by our desires. We're relating by the God concept. And the God concept is oneness. It doesn't matter if there's 2 people. It doesn't matter if there's 3 people. It doesn't matter if there's 5 people or whatever people. We all relate in oneness and in harmony. We learn to commune one with another in harmony, and that's called unity. And unity means to bring together into oneness. And this is why it's so important to have a loving heart, not a sexual heart. This is a difference. A loving heart is a heart of giving. Do you feel for your fellow man, woman, child, or whatever? Then act upon what you feel. You don't have to get all up close and personal about it. You can do whatever you need to do and be done with it and see goodbye. But you have to be in active presence of changing other people's lives. Why? You have to be the seeded consciousness for them so that they can grow into the presence of God they represent, that they were born to shine and show forth. But if you have a key to help them get there, it is your obligation to do it. There's O again. So obligation is not a negative thing. It's an acceptance, and there's the A and the O. Accept your obligation. How do you get through the alpha channel? By accepting who you are and accepting them for who and what they are. How do you get to the omega threshold? By fulfilling your obligation to yourself and to others. Remember, circle of self, circle of others. Infinity is a very profound thing. The number 8 is a very profound thing. And we're trying to put this together to you, of you, for you. So the lecture you heard this morning, we was talking about all these different things, and it's like you really had no idea where and what I'm saying and where I'm coming from. What's being unraveled. So when I was trying to explain to you what my name is, not that I don't never talk about myself. And I'm not talking about a name that I pick and chose because of some whatever. It's a name, every name that I've gotten was a name given to me in spirit. So when I tell you about this name, I'm only telling you about this name because my spiritual countenance is saying now, reveal the name. The name is only describing the mission of the person who's sitting in front of you. What is he here to do? But if I tell you about my name, then you understand name is important. That's why my name's not Toby. You don't tell me what my name is. I tell you what my name is. But most of us have a name where we have no understanding what our name represents. Therefore, we don't know who we are. And so you have to first start with your name. So I'm talking about my name so you can start thinking about what is your name. And then the mission that we're told is that we need to discover the 7 names of ourselves, because 7 is the number of a human being and being human. Turn it around. Human being and being human. 7 is the number of them rather than that, but 7 is also the number of the chakras. So you want to find out